6,000 lives. And what we wanted to show, with this data? We want to show to the government that instead putting money into projects that may not lead to anywhere, they can buy clean hospitals instead with the same money that they were going to deploy without knowing the results. So all what we want to do with the tips is to demonstrate to the governments that they can deploy or they can spend the tax money payer with more efficiency. So in 2015, we launched the Educate Girl Tip, $300,000, very small project, a pilot. Last year, we did the Rajasthan Health Tip. This year, that was $10 million outcome. This year, we just launched, in the beginning of the month, the India Education Tip Fund. That's another 10 million. And we are scaling up, and we are building more projects that will show to governments that they can spend the money more wisely, buying outcomes and not spending money that can be deviated to corruption or to inefficiency of the system. So why not create a Bank of England or a Central Bank of Europe for education or for health or for anything like that? So instead to just making donations to charities all over the world, the bank starts to buy outcomes, buy results, buy real change. We believe that we can do that. If we look at the investment gap that I showed before is 1.75 trillion a year. 1% of the private wealth is 91 trillion. So if you get a small chunk of this invested in impact investing and in social finance, I'm sure that we can close this gap and make the world a better place to live. So yeah, hope that you have a better knowledge about what is impact investing and the future of philanthropy and how the industry is changing, and that you can work for a big bank doing good. So thank you very much.
Any questions?
Yeah, any questions? I don't know if how a DIP works, was it clear for you? More or less, yes? Yeah, like someone is going to pay for the benefits that you are delivering, or the charity is delivering. And this someone, it's better if it's the government, because they have a lot of money and they're not spending it generally wisely. Please.
You brought the example from India. So if the country would spend the tax money not directly on education but in like in business, and then you would provide the outcomes. But as it is an investment, obviously there's a risk that the outcome might not be as expected.
Of course, yes.
How?
Yeah, that's why we are treating it as a donation now. So if you remember this picture here, this slide. This slide. So until here, it's the grant making process. It's just a donation. From there to come back, then you have the deep structure. So if the outcomes are not delivered, they're not achieved, you just made a donation. So we call the DIPs philanthropy with an upside. If everything goes correct, and we work hard to find partners that will deliver the outcomes, you will have your money back to donate it again, to make it clear.
Can you give me or us a percentage of how many of these projects do not work out, or how many work out?
We have only, the only one that is finished was the Educated Girls team that was finished. It started in 2015 and was finished last year. Great success. So we scaled it up from 300,000 to 10 million. So big success. I know that the partnership with the Liberian government, we are kind of watching it. We are not too involved. But this partnership, what we have, as you can see here, oops, the service provider, we never have only one. We always have more than one. Because when you spread your risk, you have more than one service provider that they have different approaches. If one of them fails, the others can succeed. So you are spreading the risk, and you have more chance to achieve the outcome that you want. And with the Liberian government, that they were kind of outsourcing the education to some social enterprise and charities, I know that some of the projects they failed, and some of the projects they were extremely successful. So this is good to test new approaches. It's good to show to the government that we might have other ways to achieve the outcome that we need. Any other question? Yes, please.
So, impact investments, I read that they're tied with the Sustainable Development Goals.
Sorry, but I'm with hay fever, then I'm deaf, I'm blocked completely.
I said the Sustainable Development Goals, I saw that they're tied with impact investment.
Oh, yeah.
They follow impact investment, follow the framework.
No, yeah, of course, yeah. The Sustainable Development Goals set by UN, they were put in place to build a framework to guide the impact investing. Yes.
My question is, would you say that impact investments is like the key to realizing these sustainable development goals, like the single most important factor?
Well, they working together with social finance, that is the DIPs and the SIBs, etc. Working together, they will help each other to close the gap and to achieve the goals. They are not the most important now. Maybe now they are the most important because they are the only ones that are really scalable. So like when you buy shares, you can buy billions of shares from companies that are linked to the goals. But the DIPs, you only have 2 DIPs in the market today, and both of them they are from 10 millions, and they are already sold. So thinking about scalability, now, today, the impact investing is one of the most important tools, yes. But we believe that this tool, when it's more spread and we have it, we are more used to it, then we can sell it as an investment, like as a venture capital investment. So the role that we are playing here, financing the guy here to see if they can deliver the results, is what venture capitalists they do today with fintechs or with any other tech-related company or any other company. So it's bridge capital, mezzanine capital, very risky capital. Can go extremely wrong and can go extremely right. So we did not have this in philanthropy before, and now we are building this market. Yes, please.
So for example, in the case of like to educate girls, so couldn't the government itself also become an investor and then pay themselves with the outcome?
That's why we're trying now. The government is not directly involved right now with the new one in India. The first one, if I was not mistaken, the outcome buyer or founder was Rockefeller Foundation. Now is the defeat that's it's the government of the UK and other partnerships, Tata Foundation and other partnerships. This one, as you can see, is US aid. That's an arm from the US government and Merck. That's a pharma company. So these are the outcome buyers from this project. So what we are trying to demonstrate to the governments is that this model works and they can always, I'm not saying that the government will shift and will start to buy outcomes only, but they can start to, do it like 10% buying outcomes, 9% the traditional model, and they can shift towards buying outcome because it's a more efficient project, way of spending public money. And then you can solve the problems. For example, we know that with the Educating Girls project in India, there is a growth in the GDP of the region because the girls, instead to stay at home, they will work. As I mentioned, they are not going to get married at 12 or 13 years old. They will get married later because they're educated, they have access to culture, etc., etc. So they're not going to stay at home, or if they can stay at home if they wish, but if they wanted to work outside, they can. So you generate GDP growth, and then you generate real outcome. It's not only about a girl knowing how to write or how to read. It's changing their lives. And this is what we are seeking here. Changing lives of people and doing good. So this is a career that is starting now. A few banks have this structure. Actually, only UBS has a structure at the size that we have. Like we have 35 professionals all over the world working exclusively with philanthropy. And other banks, they have 5 or 6. But this is a very good way to attract and retain clients. As I told you, clients are seeking to donate more money. They want to get involved with philanthropy. They don't want to just leave the money to the children. They want to make an impact. And when you have this structure, you can help them to deliver this impact. So, yeah, there is no free lunch, but at least we are doing good.
How many different projects are going on right now?
Dips to the Rajasthan Health and the India Education, we are working in another ones, but grant making projects, 80 to 90. Yeah, so a lot. But we have the approach that I mentioned is not only a grant making process. We don't look at a chart and meet them once and then make a grant of $1 million. No, we do a very good screening process, a due diligence. We establish some KPIs. We establish the outcomes. We establish the outcome evaluator. And then if I agree with the chart that I will donate $1 million to them, very unlikely this million will be put up front. So we are dividing in 3 or 4 installments, and then if you achieve the first KPIs in 6 months, then you get more 250, and in 6 months, if you achieve the outcomes, then I'll give you more 250, and so forth, so on. So we have partners that they already have from us 5-6 million US dollars, and we have committed with them more than $13 million. Yeah. So yes, please.
How does UBS profit from these projects?
We don't profit anything. We don't charge our clients. It's within the service that we provide to our clients. As I mentioned a minute before, our clients, they are seeking to make a better and a bigger impact with their donation. So having this service, we are able to retain clients and to attract new clients to our client base. Because you only can donate to Optimus Foundation, you only can invest, I don't have to say investment, you only can donate to a DIP if you are a UBS client. So the bank, the firm, will benefit making the client base happier, delivering a better service, and attracting new clients because we have this exclusive offering. Yeah. Anything else?
No more questions? All happy to invest.